The year was 2012. We all thought the world was going to end thanks to a certain Mayan calendar and an actor named John Cusack. Me, I just wanted to play guitar in a rock band, so I went to my local guitar center and I said, "What's the best overdrive pedal you got?" They showed me this. This is the Fulltone OCD pedal, and it's basically been my best friend on my pedal board ever since. It's got so much great stuff packed into it. It's super durable. It's a freaking tank. The drive pushes you into basically metal territory if you want. You can do rock, you can do country, you can do basically anything. But the question is it good enough anymore? I've been playing with the idea of getting a stacked overdrive setup on my pedal board, and recently I came across a pedal company that does things in small batches, and it was a pretty tempting offer, so I decided to buy this mystery pedal, which I will reveal later on in the video. But the whole point of this video is kind of comparing and contrasting this pedal that I really have come to know and love with the sounds that it's capable of creating, and seeing how it compares to this new pedal. So let's dive in without any further ado. Let's do some play testing of this one and see how it measures up. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the OCD pedal that we all kind of know and love at this point, and then I'm going to switch to that mystery pedal and we'll see how they sound. Alright, time for the new pedal. Alright, so let's go to a more modern rock kind of sound with the OCD, now that I've pushed the drive knob a little bit and modified the tone knob. Alright, so let's see how each of the pedals handles low gain settings for those times that you want a little bit more clarity from the strings. And without further ado, this is the pedal that I got. It's the 1981 Inventions Drive 2 pedal, now fully improved on the original Drive, and it's commemorating the 20th anniversary of by the band Relient K. For those who are unaware, this company is owned by the guitarist Matt Hoops of that band, and so Relient K being kind of one of my favorite bands, and this being definitely one of my favorite albums from them, I just got really excited seeing this pedal, especially in a limited run. I kind of decided to buy it based off of like a collector's mentality. And, you know, I gotta say, it does make my pedal board look pretty. And at the end of the day, that's all we really care about as guitarists. So let's talk about the strengths of this pedal and then some of the things that I would probably avoid using this pedal for. The first thing that I'll say about this new pedal is that it seems to have a heavier compression to it compared to the OCD pedal. It really seems like it wants to clamp down on the low end just a little bit quicker than the OCD did. The advantage that the OCD pedal has over this one is that it has a high pass and low pass switch that you can kind of alternate between, and since I'm playing a lot of baritone guitar, I do like emphasizing more of the lower end of the guitar, and then I can kind of bring out the higher end in the mix process. That's just my own flavor of it. And so that's one kind of thing that's missing from this pedal. It does seem like with the compression that goes into the effect of this pedal, the attack is just a little bit quicker. That's just to my ears. It kind of sounds like it's really cutting in on those low notes pretty quickly and sharply. So I don't know if I would use it for anything that's really low-end thumpy, just in my experience. Now, a strength of this pedal compared to the OCD is that the cut knob works wonders when you want to cut out those honky or woofy kind of parts of your tone. It definitely allows you to have just a little bit more of that easily understandable clarity in the upper end. So while it's kind of cutting out some of the lower stuff, at least compared to the OCD in my experience, it is bringing out some of the higher stuff. So it's kind of your trade-off right there. Now, a third point that I noticed was that on the last example I played through, the low end was tight even on the low gain settings that I had dialed in for the amps, which kind of to me confirms the sort of approach that was used in the compression structure itself. It does seem to have a bit of a quicker attack compared to the OCD pedal. And the last point, and this is probably what makes me feel the best about buying this pedal, and it's that the distortion or overdrive effect seems to kick in much quicker because it's definitely more driven, distorted sounding on the lowest gain setting for that pedal compared to the OCD, which has more of an open, sort of clean, mixed kind of clean sound compared to this Drive 2. And the Drive 2 definitely really pushes heavily into that distortion territory. So for me, at least for, you know, those big rock choruses, things like that, where I definitely want to prioritize a tighter sound, especially with the tighter sounding compression, I could definitely imagine myself using this Drive 2 pedal on a lot of these big rock choruses compared to the OCD. Alright, let's get down to brass tacks and talk about whether or not I recommend this pedal. And for now, I'm gonna pass on recommending it either way. I'm not gonna say don't go out and buy it, I'm not gonna say go out and buy it. I know how I am as a guitarist. It takes me a little while to learn the nuances of how a pedal performs. I've got an Afterneath pedal from Earthquaker Devices that I've had for about 3 or 4 years now, and just the other day I feel like I found a whole new plane of musicality on that pedal that I didn't know existed before. There's just a lot to really tweak with and figure out with each individual pedal, especially when it comes to dialing in your specific sound, whatever you plan on producing yourself. And so I don't know if I can recommend this for now. Does it sound really good as an overdrive? I personally think it sounds nice, especially with my setup. I think it produces some nice tones. It's all kind of subjective at the end of the day. Do I feel like it's going to perform easily better than its competition? I'm not so sure, because it is a bit more of an expensive pedal. It's a boutique pedal, so you know that is kind of the trademark of boutique pedals, is that they seem to be a bit more expensive than the big mainstream produced ones. At the end of the day, it just all boils down to your personal choice. Hopefully you liked the demos that I put together with this pedal and comparing it to the OCD. And to answer my question at the beginning of the video, is the OCD still good enough? Yeah, it is. It's still an amazing pedal. I would actually recommend going out and buying that pedal. It's a great starter if you haven't gotten into the world of overdrive before and you just want a good place to get your feet wet and get started. That's absolutely a good place to go. And one last thing that I just want to leave you guys with, from one guitarist to another, I'm curious, for those of you who do have stacked overdrive setups, please let me know in the comments below what your stacked overdrive setup looks like and how you like to run it. And until the next video, guys, this is Hemlock Tones. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.